Hey guys, so today we have this. It's a Champion 23cc string trimmer. Made a short on this, and unfortunately it seems to be missing the guard for the trimmer head. And string seems a little bit short, but I'm sure it'll come out pretty easy once it gets going. I had done a short on this to see whether it would start and die, but no one actually got to see whether it would start and die. I'm just going to leave that for the repair video. So before we get into it, I guess one of the first things we should do is find out whether this thing will start and die. So one way we can do that, let's pop this air filter cover. Now before it didn't have an air filter, but I found something that might work. An air filter. So let's take that off. And let's add a little bit of two-stroke fuel. Actually, maybe we should just add two-stroke fuel right to the gas tank and see if that makes a difference. Because these fuel lines, they're very supple. And so is this primer bulb. Let's get some two-stroke fuel and throw it in here. And check this out. 2020 manufacture. So this string trimmer, it's only 5 years old. Right, let me grab some fuel. Let's see if we can get this thing to fire right up. Right, so we got ourselves some two-stroke mixed up here. It's just dark gas. I had some oil in it, and well, needless to say, I just added some two-stroke, so now it looks a funny color, but it's definitely two-stroke fuel, and it'll burn just fine and dandy. So we'll add some in. See? 2-cycle oil. It is in there. Let's add a few pumps. There it goes through. Okay, so we've primed the carb. Throttle works just fine. Where's the choke on this thing? There doesn't seem to be a choke. That's probably why, because there is no choke. Alright, so I guess we should see if you'll start. That throttle. Nope, nothing. One is add fuel, 2 is prime. It says there's a choke. Right, so let's put this filter back on. But I'm not seeing a choke. Why am I not seeing a choke? Very strange. Now I can't get the air filter cover back on. That's crazy talk. So where's this choke? I'm not seeing any choke anywhere. Come on, air filter. Oh, part of the problem is one of the pegs broke. So it's not going to hold the air filter properly. It's supposed to be a choke flap. I'm sure there's supposed to be a choke flap. Yeah, right here. Oh, did they break the choke off? But I'm not actually seeing a choke here. I'm not even seeing a choke flap. It's almost as if there's never been a choke. This is strange. So, how are you supposed to choke this if there's actually no choke? Huh. That is absolutely bizarre. Guys, I'm not seeing a choke on this. I'm not seeing a choke anywhere. It says to choke it, but There's no choke. I don't understand. There's absolutely no choke. Like, there's no joke, there's no choke. That is wild. On this side. Not underneath, it's not on top. So how do you choke this thing? So even if we try to start it, it'll never start because it can't get fuel in. So I guess what we can do is try dribbling some fuel in there. Actually, let's try nothing. Okay, a little bit of fuel. Just a little bit, not too much. There we go. Now, is that going to be enough? Yep, that was enough to get her to fire off. Let's add a little bit more. Okay. Weird. Let's try that again. So she starts right away. Does it cut well? Probably. And then it dies. That is bizarre. Just randomly dies, and then it won't start again. That is phenomenally ridiculous. Look at that. Oops. Losing things. Huh. Ran out of fuel. That's what it seems like it did. Whoops. Oopsies. Sent little microphones flying everywhere. That's why they keep getting broken. But yeah. Now nothing. This is gonna be hard to start without a choke. So that's, oh, it looks like someone's actually pulled this off before. And when they put it back together, maybe they forgot the choke. Huh. Well, whoever it is that had this before, they really did a number on this. Lovely. Well, guys, I'm not going to really be able to go much further on this one, unfortunately, because I need to order some parts. Huh. Guys ever seen that before? That is amazing. Like, that's really unfortunate. I mean, it's a working unit for the most part. I mean, it does run. Just decides to die because someone screwed up the carburetor on it. Huh. That really sucks. Oh well, guys, I guess I can't really go further on this one because I need to get some parts and I got to see if they're actually available. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright guys, well, stay tuned for a part 2 and we'll see if we can get some parts and get this thing actually properly running. But good to see that this thing actually does, I guess, technically run, even if it was only for a short time. I guess we could add a little bit of more fuel so you can get it to keep running. Let's add a tiny bit more fuel. Start her up again. Start it up again. And there it goes. And there it goes, just like that. Start it up again, but listen, it revs up right away. And there goes the die. That's amazing. Try it again, fire it up. And it's about to die. What in the world is going on? Right. Well, as I said before, without a choke, can't start this without priming it with some fuel. This base plate's cracked, so that needs replacing, I guess. I guess that's it for this one, guys. Unfortunately. Oh well, can't get them all going because you never know. So let's see, maybe there's some parts. Oops, losing all my microphones. I still got that one. Alright guys, yeah, watch for a part 2 on this one. Hopefully we can get this thing all back together, back running and everything. So alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.
How dare you!